Hello, my lovelies. This is a reading for Taurus for the month of April 2019. Oh, there's some lovely stuff here for you. You're coming out of it feels like you're coming out of the woods where you've been for a little while, and Taurus being the bull, I'm looking at your beautiful horns, but it feels like you've got stuff entangled around them. So it could be ivy, it could be barbed wire, it could be some sort of debris that's been bugging you for a very long time. It feels like you've gone into this situation with your eyes open to a certain degree, but it's like you didn't see the whole picture. So when we go into the woods, if it's a bright sunny day, there will be shafts of light, and in certain patches it will look absolutely stunning. But then as we go deeper into the woods, if there's lots and lots of trees, it gets very dark and it gets very cool. And if there's a lot of undergrowth and such like, it can, for some people, be a little bit disconcerting or scary. So I get the sense that for some of you, the phrase, you can't see the wood for the trees, you have been in a place of restriction. And I'm hearing for some for the past 18 months or even more, that your antennae, which are your beautiful horns, have not been receiving clearly. Because if there's debris entangled around your horns, the messages aren't getting through clearly. So I feel also for some of you, you have been misled, you have been deliberately controlled or manipulated into a situation that you have found untenable, extremely difficult, and an awful lot has been asked of you, more than would be expected of others. So I'm happy to say that is changing quite dramatically. There's a sense of movement now, of coming out of that restricted, enclosed space, where you can shake off this restriction. And so even though you might have rubbed your head against a tree and tried to get rid of the ivy or the barbed wire, for some it got embedded even more. And this could be that you've literally had headaches, or your head's so full of stuff, it could have caused you sleepless nights, it could have caused you mental anguish. But that is changing. That's very clear now that is changing. You're coming out of this dark period. So I mentioned to you in last month's reading about the planet Uranus moving into your sign for 7 years. So last year you had it there for about 5 months, and then there was a retrograde and it went back into Aries. But as of last month, it's moved back into your sign. So there's a gathering of energies now to really, really push forward with things, to find that courage and strength and determination to shake off all of this stuff that's clung to you, that other people have imposed upon you. And it's also about feeling empowered again. So we do sometimes in our lives give our power away to others. We give it to bosses. We can give it to our kids. We can give it to other family members around us. And then we kowtow to others and we do what they want us to do. But in the meantime, it can build up resentments and bitterness and such like. So we don't want to see you carrying that through into the next period of your life, because Uranus is going to be there for as I say, almost 7 years. Now there's a lovely new moon on the 5th of April in the sign of Aries, and Aries is the ram. So it's interesting that both creatures, the ram and the bull, have horns. So this is for you to be able to, I'm hearing beat the horn, to be able to announce yourself. And I'm being shown a very old-fashioned car which has a country horn and a town horn. So the country horn is a deep ooh ooh, and the town horn is a beep beep. So you can use either. So whether you live and you work in the countryside, you live and you work in the town, or you do both, it's about you announcing yourself now, saying, get out of the way, I'm coming, I'm on my way. So the cards that the cards that are shown up for you are just delightful, and I do love the way that the universe works. So the message is coming to you. I'm going to start with the little angel card, and this is probably what you've been desiring for quite a long time now. Harmony. This sense of, oh, everything falling into place, everything feeling just right, just so they show me the 3 little bears in the wood now, and like with Goldilocks, and one was too hot, one was too cold, and one was just right. So we've got 3 little angels there, all right, and they are holding like song sheets, so they're all singing in harmony. And my sense of this is for you, that what you're moving out of and what you're moving into, things around you, you will all be on the same, singing from the same song sheet. That's what they're telling me, singing from the same song sheet. For some of you, it's been really, really tough. And it is said of Taurians that they're very stubborn and like to take their time with things. But my sense of you at the moment is you really want to move forward with stuff. You're fed up with taking it slowly and plodding along, because there are things that you really want to do, there are things that you wish to accomplish. So no matter what age you are, this is taking advantage of this amazing energy shift of Uranus into your sign. Now, Uranus is about change and shocking things coming into your life, surprises, and even miracles. So what this is saying is, for things to be harmonious in your life, there's a need for you to find courage to make the necessary changes. Sometimes even to be able to walk away from situations that you have found yourself in. And some of those situations can be because of what others expected of you, of what others wanted from you, and sometimes being a people pleaser or being dutiful, whatever your work or your career is, that you've had to do certain things, you've had to jump when someone said jump, but that is changing. That is very that's very clear now, very plain for you to see, that you no longer have to toe the line. For some of you, this is a big step into a totally different way of living your life. So if you've been in a career for a long time, and you signed up for something for a very long time, and you've now come to the end of that contract, there is the possibility of you signing up again. But I feel for a lot of you will say, well, no, I've done that, been there, done that, I want something totally different. So what I'm being shown is someone in uniform, and then taking all of that off and letting the hair grow, and going back to the land and maybe growing the old beard and putting on the scruffy old comfy clothes and getting out there and digging and planting and just standing back and smelling the air and getting this feeling of, oh, at last I feel free. Because the Taurian energy is also to do with the earth, Mother Earth. So what we grow, what we plant, what we nurture in our lives. And a lot of you may feel that you want to move away from, say, being in the corporate world. And you want to have that dream home, have that dream cottage in the country where you grow your own stuff and be self-sufficient and maybe set up your own little business. All of this is beautiful potential around you now. There are wonderful possibilities for you to, as I say, find that courage to step away from something. And yes, you may shock people around you, you may shock your family, and they'll say, well, why on earth do you want to go and do that? You had all that security, you all had all that potential for promotion, etc., etc. But you're sick of it. Your heart is not in it. You just get this sense of, this is not your true self. This is not who you are. This is not who you're meant to be, what you came here to do. So there's this, can be a huge dilemma for some of you to be able to find that voice. Taurus rules the throat. To find that voice, to find that truth, to be able to share it with other people and say, this is what I want to do. I cannot do that anymore. It is a big step, but for some of you, it's going to be so fulfilling. It will be life-changing. It will be, it'll make your heart sing. Now, interestingly enough, we have another card of harmony. Look at that. This is healing with the angels. So it's come up twice. Now, if you look at this one, there's the woods and the flowers. Okay. And the angel is playing a violin. And I think there might even be a little body there. So, music is very important to you right now. So this is about you singing your own song. For some of you, it might literally be you writing your own lyrics and writing music, singing it, putting an album together, finding that old notebook that you've been putting lyrics and words in for years and years and years, dusting it off. You may also find that there are others around you, because you're shifting and changing your energetic vibration, that you will now draw in others that you can collaborate with, who are singing from the same song sheet. Okay? Whatever song it is that you come here to sing, now is the time for you to get out there on the stage of life and to present it to the world. So whether it's a song, whether it's an album, whether it's a book, whether it's a project, whether you want to build your own eco home, it's working with your hands, it's working with natural materials, it's working with your voice, your throat chakra. It feels like for some of you, you might really want to scream, just to get that out, and to it's not necessarily screaming in anger, it's just releasing that blocked energy, which is all to do with your creative self. It could be a good idea to drum, to find some percussive instruments, go into the woods, you know, when there's nobody else around, and make as much racket as you can. Some years ago, I was asked to do some space clearing in this lady's house because her son wouldn't sleep in his bedroom. He said there was something not very nice in there. And so I tuned into the energy in the room, and there was something not very nice in there. And I said to his mum, yes, I can clear this, but I really like to include him in the process so that he feels empowered to be able to go back into that room and sleep comfortably in there. Oh, she said, what should we do? I said, well, has he got any mates close by who've got a trumpet and drums and a flute or a recorder, that sort of thing? Oh, she said, yes. So I said, well, let's ask them round and we'll go into his bedroom and make as much racket as possible. And so we'll open the windows and we'll tell him that whatever this is in this room, we're going to shoo it out the window because it doesn't like noise, doesn't like noisy. So this kid came in with 4 of his mates, one hell of a racket. And I said, come on, we're going to shoo this out the window. Whatever this nasty thing is, we're going to shoo it away and it will never, ever come back again. And so we did that, and then the kids went and played outside. And I carried on with the process and cleared the room. And he slept in there that night and he was as happy as Larry. And it was cleared, it was gone. And because he felt empowered that he could make as much noise as he wanted to and not be told off about it, he was a very happy little boy after that. So part of this can be to do with your inner child that hasn't been allowed to express itself. So however old you are, if you're like a mature adult, but you've never been allowed to really let rip, this is the time to do it. Whatever noise you want to make it. If you feel you'll be disturbing the neighbours, then go to the woods or go to a place where there's no one else around. I'm being put in mind of Julie Andrews running up the top of the hill and twirling around and singing "The Hills Are Alive with the Sound of Music." So that picture, that vision of someone just escaping from a prison, or like a self-imposed sometimes situation, where she was the novitiate in the nunnery, to just run up a hill and sing at the top of your voice and let rip. Now the next interesting card, because I asked for an animal card for you. You're going to love this one. Moose! There's a moose loose in the hoose. So that again is Taurus, that's the bull. That's this animal that has horns, antlers, as I say, might have got a little bit tangled up with something. And he is this magnificent creature. We don't have them in the UK, but the equivalent of it here would probably be a stag. So whether you're male or you're female, the energy of moose is about letting your voice be heard. And when it is mating time, the moose will charge around, making this incredible noise. And the energy of moose is also about sharing your seed, because he wants to attract the ladies. He wants to be the best and the strongest and the daddy of all the little baby mooses. So this is sharing your seed. So again, it's about fertility, that ability to compose, conceive and give birth to something new in your life. So again, if it's about conceiving a child, this is a very fertile time. If this is about conceiving an idea, a dream, a plan, a new business, this is the exceptional energy around you during April. of announcing yourself, again, announcing yourself and saying, I am here. Pay attention to me. I'm the biggest, I'm the strongest, I'm the best. And look at my horns. Look at my antlers. So the antlers are antennae. They are transmitters and receivers. So whatever has been garbled and misconstrued in your mind is becoming clear. So it's listening to your the inner messages that want to come to you, finding that sense of balance and harmony, and being in that much more of a comfortable place. 11 is a master number, and 11 is visionary. It's the intuitive. It's even prophet. So, not prophet, but prophet. So to know something before it's happened, it's like precognition, that sort of thing. Being in the right place at the right time. So there's a deep sense of your intuitive abilities waking up and getting fine-tuned. And as I say, with the moose energy, the antlers being antennae, it's what you broadcast, what you put out there, and what you are willing to receive. So be very aware of your thoughts, what you are putting out there. If they are in the negative, you will get back what you put out there, negative stuff. So moving away from this restrictive place that you've been, stepping out of the dark wood or forest into the sunshine, and this feeling of, if I put my mind to it, I can do absolutely anything. Little moose card. See your potential, take pride in yourself, and honour your right to be. Human being, not human doing. Because sometimes when we get so busy being, doing all sorts of things and rushing around, we forget how to just be. And when we can just be, that's when we receive that information and all those things that have been waiting for us to come in. Because if you're too busy in your head, you've got all this barbed wire and ivy growing around, you cannot receive clear, crystal clear information and wisdom and knowledge. So it's as the Taurian bull, as the beautiful moose, you have a capacity to walk through life in such a way that you notice more things around you than others do. So the Aries around would be turning around all over the place really, really fast. Whereas the Taurus will take their time and notice what smells good, what looks good, what feels good. So you're moving into a period of all of your senses coming alive, feeling really awake, feeling, I know when I get that first smell of cut grass in the spring, and my senses are, it takes me right back to my grandmother's house. Or you get the smell of hot cross buns, or you see a nest with some baby birds in it. It's just connecting with that nature's cupboard. and that feeling of abundance, prosperity. And as we tap into that, we start to unlock those energies that are actually within us. Because abundance and prosperity aren't out there, they are within us, but we lock them away. So the period around you at the moment, as we work through this beautiful April energy, is working out how to emerge from that dark, restrictive place and to be able to walk into a lighter place which is harmonious, which is wants to deliver to us what it is we've been seeking. Thank you. So the car beeping there, always the universe will give us signs and signals. Some people watching might think they're really, really annoying. Yeah, on a certain level it is, but also they're saying, wake up, wake up, wake up, wake up. It's an alarm is to wake you from that sleep. So where some of us have been slumbering, have been hibernating, have been shutting ourselves away, this is wake up, wake up, wake up, wake up. Stuff wants to come to you, stuff wants to come at you. And this is part of it, the abundance and the prosperity. Now the final card is from the Wicker pack, and this is very interesting. This is the 6-rayed star, and it is unification. So here we have the male and the female. If I turn them around that way, you can see there's the lady with the moon, and she's attached to the male and the sunshine and the 6-rayed star. So the energy of this is unifying, bringing together your male and your female energies. So if you've just been working on your male energies, whether you're male or female, and male energy's action, it's doing stuff, then you've been neglecting the female energy, which is that subtleness of the dreams and the visions and the goals, and that intuitive energy, because of the moon as well, and how we draw things to us on an intuitive level. If any of you have been wanting to bring love into your lives, this energy is around you to unify. To be in union with another. Okay? If you've been working towards that, if you are in a partnership, romantic partnership, and things have been out of harmony with you, this is an opportunity for that to change, for the dynamic between you to change so that it is balanced. So rather than being codependent, this is interdependent. So you're working together in such a way that you both flourish. You both get that sense of being valued, being respected. A harmonious, loving relationship, initially with yourself, but also within a loving relationship with someone else. It's being courageous enough to discard what isn't serving you, which might be an old belief system, or an old pattern, and to embrace something that might have sat within you for a long, 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 long time. A dream, a goal, which you deserve. And the timing is right for that to show up. I'm going back to the moose for a moment because I get a sense with this, for some of you there's information coming that will benefit you, and it's coming from abroad. It's coming from other countries, it's coming from foreign people, it's coming from other cultures. So there may be some long distance travel involved. There may be some long distance negotiations involved. For some of you, there may be a moving to a totally different country. For some of you, you might have wanted to explore somewhere and go off the beaten track on a trail somewhere, and take a sabbatical. Just pack your bag and say, right, I'm taking a year off. I'm going to Kathmandu or Kathmandu or Tibet or the deepest, darkest Peru. Whatever it is that is coming to you, it's going to be a loud alarm call, broadcast, right at you. And if you don't hear it the first time, you will by the third time, because that's how the universe works. If you don't pay attention on the first go, it will keep showing up until you do. So there's a it says read all about it. It's like news, read all about it. It will just keep showing up and showing up and showing up and showing up until you pay attention to it. And you're never too old to have an adventure. So please, if you have a comment for me, I'd love to hear what you get up to. Please like and subscribe and share my videos, and press the bell, and then you'll get notified for further videos I upload. It's a very exciting time for you. There's short-term stuff coming in, but then this lovely long-term stuff, as I say, because Uranus is going to be happily jiggling you along for the next 7 years. If you'd like to have a private session with me, or you'd like to know about my artwork, all the details are in the box below. So I've enjoyed reading for you. Thank you again for watching. Till next time. Bye for now.